Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today we're discussing the Patek Philippe Aquanaut Travel Time 5164A-001 in a form I've never filmed it. With the chocolate composite strap, it does change the character of the watch. A bit more tropical, a bit more jovial, a bit more casual. It adds a little bit of color, if we can call it that, and transforms the watch sufficiently that I wanted to give you a full-length impression. On my 16cm circumference wrist, you can see it's still an easy watch to wear, not a big timepiece, and it never has been. 40.8 millimeters in diameter, depending on how you measure it. That's the nominal measurement. It's about a 41 in effect. It's not a thick watch, however, only 10.4 millimeters thick, and at least as it's measured lug to lug, it's not a huge watch at 47 millimeters. The spacing between the lugs is 21 millimeters, so if you want to put a different strap on the watch, it does hold its own against straps. It's got a broad, modern stance. Remember, the 5164A launched back in 2011, and it effectively became the Aquanaut, finally giving the brand an identity to move it out from underneath the shadow of its elder brother, the Nautilus. And at least as a dedicated travel time, there's a Nautilus travel time chrono, but there's no travel time Nautilus. This is a complication that remains exclusive to the Aquanaut among the Patek Philippe sports watches. The spacing of the lugs is 21 millimeters, and what's here is a stock factory strap. It conforms to the profile of the case. It also matches the swell of the lugs, perfectly following the hoods of the lugs, so it looks highly integrated. It has a geosphere cut that matches the dial, and Patek Philippe likes to call this composite. I'm going to call it rubber, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. It is a very nice piece, very comfortable, and these have proved to be durable and long-lasting. There are hollows on the underside to remove material and make it a bit more pliant, as well as to vent the wrist on a hot day. Patek wants you to cut to suit. Now, this is a new strap, so you'll get to cut it, but I'll also mention that it is a very adjustable system. As both sides are pre-scored for incremental cutting, the best thing to do is to start with a strap that is too large and then remove one individual section at a time until you find the perfect size. The clasp is surprisingly substantial, actually nicer than what you get on the Nautilus with its bracelet. It's a spring-loaded twin-trigger double deployant, all of stainless steel and of high-polished stainless steel. You can see a Calatrava cross on the exterior when you join the two sides. Look at the faceting in the border of the logo. It's nicely executed. It's anything but a default design for what most would consider to be an overlooked detail piece. The watch is well integrated, complication and case shape both. As you can see, the travel time pushers that allow you to toggle the local hour are perfectly integrated into the curve and profile of the case. There's a combination of polish and satin finish. It is not a thick case. I will say it is also not a complex case, as the construction is not quite as sophisticated as the Nautilus, but there is a purity of line here that excuses any incremental cost cutting. This is neither a cheap product nor a plain watch. The timepiece is also well balanced from side to side and top to bottom, and you'll appreciate the fact that the watch does not feature a protruding pusher adjuster. For those times when you do need to adjust the date, you can use a broken toothpick, and you'll find that that's infrequently. But of course, if you wish, you can use the travel time adjuster for the local hour to jump the hour as well as the date. So the ability to jump the date is not entirely dependent, as you can see, on that pusher adjuster on the flank of the watch. You can also hide that second hour hand when you don't want it. Moving inboard from the somewhat rounded off polygon of the bezel, you can see that the dial is a geosphere cut and a gradient. It is gray silver at its center and closer to black at its edge. All of the hours are white gold and applique. The hands at center are white gold. There is a mini geosphere contained within a radial date down at 6 o'clock, and you have day-night indicators for both home and local time. Most travel time watches only feature day-night indicators for the reference time, the place where you are not. This is a luxurious feature, as well as a way of lending balance to the dial, one on each side. There is plenty of lume, and we will have a lume shot. Turn the watch over. Patek Philippe manufacture caliber 324 base SCFUS. It features, let's see what we can do here to keep everything in focus. First of all, superb finishing. The Patek Philippe seal has lost nothing from the days of the Geneva hallmark. 6-position adjustment thanks to a silicone hairspring, Patek Philippe Spiromax silicone hairspring with a Gyromax free-sprung balance, the movement with 2 time zones, of course, unidirectional winding for efficiency, and ceramic rotor bearings for reduced maintenance requirements, linear Cote de Genève across the bridges, black polished screws with chamfered slots and chamfered circumference, an engine-turned perlage across the base plate. You could see circular Cote de Genève on the rotor, as well as a micro perlage in a spiral fashion at the center of the rotor. The edge of every bridge, and you can see that to good effect here, is mirror finished, a rounded chamfer, not a machine-laid bezel, or bevel, I should say. It does not feature hacking seconds. That is the only refinement it seems to lack. Because of the Patek Philippe seal, Patek attests to a precision of no worse than -3 + 2 seconds per day, and of course with the screwed-in caseback and the screw-down crown, 120 meters water resistant, this watch features all of the toys. The timepiece, beautifully executed, is a 29 joule automatic 35 to 45 hour power reserve. You can see the chocolate travel time and make it yours on the watch box. Patek Philippe Aquanaut travel time.